Well, because of the sequester, Debbie Wasserman Schultz, who runs the DNC, she says that her aides cannot afford, quote, a high-quality meal in Washington, D.C. Her staff is being priced out of a good meal because of increases in the House cafeteria charges. Also, they're worried that there could be a potential 8% cut for offices, and that would further lower the quality of life on Capitol Hill. Here is Debbie Wasserman Schultz talking about how bad it is for staffers in Washington.
We have to come together and promote initiatives that improve the quality of life in the House of Representatives. We already have employees who are making a sacrifice to engage in public service as a career choice, being priced out of being able to actually eat a high-quality meal should not be one of the challenges that they face.
The crazy thing is, a number of members of her staff make over $100,000 a year. So if they can't figure out how to budget so that they can eat in the cafeteria, they probably shouldn't be in charge of the United States budget.
Two things that come to mind when I hear that is that I think that there has been an increase in jobs in the government over the last 4 years during the recession when unemployment was at a high level. I think the jobs that were actually increasing were government jobs. And the second point is that there was no mention there about the payroll tax hike that is also affecting every middle-class American that went into effect January 1st. So that might be the first place to look, as well as high gas prices that may be taking money out of people's wallets right now.
Well, and what about the fact that the troops in Afghanistan don't even get hot meals? And here she is complaining that they can't afford a meal in the cafeteria. Come on. There's actually a Republican congressman down in Texas, Steve Stockman. He heard Debbie Wasserman Schultz's urgent plea for help and is attempting to solicit emergency shipments of lobster, foie gras, and caviar for her office and her Hill staff. That's great.
You know, they got the continuing resolution, at which time they're supposed to smooth over and balance out a lot of these sequester cuts that were there to maximize pain on people, so the American people fear any type of cuts in the future and will fight back with the president against any cuts down the line. So hopefully they'll smooth it out and the president will realize this has been a loser for him and the White House.
Well, plus Debbie Wasserman Schultz's staff is worried about a potential 8% cut in the amount of money they can spend for their offices. And yet, wasn't it just, what, 2 weeks ago that Senator Rand Paul returned to the federal government $600,000 or 20% of his staff budget? How is he able to do that and she isn't?
Interesting question.
Just asking.
Yeah, let us know what you think about that. You can email us or you can Twitter us as well. Coming up on Fox